Hello and welcome to Breaking Barriers. My name is Emmanuel Ishiola. On this program, we bring to you stories of different individuals who have broken through different barriers and limitations. As you may know, life itself places barriers and limitations. Now, several times, some people distinguish themselves by going beyond the usual and the normal to actually be able to tell a different story of themselves. Now, with this program, you get to hear things that will challenge you and, of course, help you reach your goals. This is a production of the NTA Lagos Channel 10, the station for excellence. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
Breaking barriers.
Yes, glad to know that you're there, keeping faith with us on the program. My name is Melanie Shola, and of course, the program today promises to be so much fun. Now, who's my guest? And I am so excited about this guest, all right? So when it's time, we're going to be so gisty, and you're going to learn. Okay, but there is something you need to know about my guests. Well, I think we have to take it away. Do stay with me.
EBOGHOYE Emmanuel EBOGHOYE is a 24-year-old Edo man who has a congenital limb defect which makes it impossible for him to walk and probably explore life as much as he would have wanted to do. Efforts were made by his parents to find solutions through orthodox as well as traditional medicine, but to no avail. This state of affairs, hence Emmanuel, unlike his age mate, started primary education at the age of 10. This state of affairs initially made him timid and shy with low self-esteem. However, dogged and indomitable, Emmanuel told himself that only his limbs were paralyzed and not his brain. He thus took on life frontally, reinvented himself, and told himself he must make something out of his life. Today, EBOGHOYE Emmanuel EBOGHOYE is a graduate of political science and a gospel musician. If you are in doubt, check this out.
On your dream by continuing to push forward, by continuing to run toward my dream. Don't stop running toward your dream.
Have you ever had your back against the wall with harsh winds of life blowing against you? And did you think all hope was lost? Breaking barriers. Inspiring stories of incredible breakthrough.
I had told myself that I would never let the past destroy my future. And that's one thing I had in mind, that no matter what it costs, I will get where I want to go.
From hopelessness to fulfillment, from the valley to the mountaintop, from grass to grace, where there is a will, there is a way.
I believe in positive brainwash. When you get used to think positive thoughts, it becomes your default state of mind. This is why I love to hear about success stories. It motivates me and gives me hope. If others did it, I can do it too.
Breaking barriers.
Yes, you did see that. That was Emmanuel. And if I'm not going to murder his name, I'm just going to have to introduce him. And Tell him to teach me to pronounce his surname.
Okay.
Yes, so.
EBOGHOYE.
EBOGHOYE. Okay, so this is Emmanuel EBOGHOYE, and he's from Edo State.
Yeah, Edo State.
And in this short while, he's become my friend, and I hope he becomes your friend too.
Yeah.
Now, he's got such an amazing story, and I want him to share. So, Emmanuel is a graduate of political science,
Yes.
and I think that's a daunting task because I'm also a graduate of political science in my second degree.
That's nice.
That's nice.
That's huge.
Huge.
I got it.
Amazing.
Yes.
But for me, I would really love to know how you were able to break those tasks into small pieces and were able to actually surmount those challenges while you embarked on your educational,
Okay. The truth of the matter is educationally, it was very tough. Quite tough. I shouldn't lie. You being in school, it's one of the hardest decisions ever. At some point, I gave up. At some point, I did not give up. At some point, I told myself, you have every reason to push forward. Because if you don't, there are so many people tied to you, so many destinies tied to you. So, one thing I just told myself, I never wanted to be a liability. I never wanted to be dependent on any person, and I never wanted to beg. So what I did was to hustle up and did whatever I did to become who I am today.
So you're saying you saw education as a way out?
Yes. As a way, it's a huge way out for me to make sure I did whatever I need to do. Because I tend to understand that most of us, most of the so-called society close us as physically challenged personality, whereas we are not physically challenged. We are just being deprived of some certain disability, some certain abilities rather. And these abilities has limited us. This ability has limited our disability. So to me, it was a difficult task. At some point, it was a difficult task. At some point, as time goes on, it became easy due to the fact that I took it as a challenge. And I started moving on and on and on.
Thank you so much, Emmanuel. I think, this is leading to several things, So I'd again like to start, from the very beginning. Okay. So you were born like this?
Yes, I was born a cripple.
You were born crippled?
Yes.
Congenitally?
Yeah.
And how old are you now?
Me, I'm 24.
24. So you've lived 24 years trying to figure out how to move about without being able to really do it the way you see
other people
other people do it. And in spite of that, it didn't stop you. You graduated and you're serving at 24. Now, I need to go back a little. So I'm fascinated and I'd like to know about your childhood. Did you have friends who tried to, make you feel bad, not bringing it into the inner circles and the rest of that?
Okay, that's a huge one. Okay, my childhood started like this. I was first of all, it was a rough start. I never intended having friends because of the concept called timidity. I was very timid. As time goes on, my mom had to say something to me. She said, she will use it. Let me go back to our pidgin language. Say,
please do.
Where they use the fresh water. Now they use the pour or inside bucket. In the sense, like, as time goes on, you become important in life.
Absolutely.
That's what my mom tells me every day.
Absolutely.
So I took that word as a huge advice from my mom. So at a point, whenever I tend to give up, I tend to reason that statement again and to draw me back.
So did you have friends?
I have a lot of friends.
Did they give you support?
A lot. I have a lot of friends, female, male.
Now let's go to the female friends. I find that quite fascinating because at your age, 24, there've been a lot of faces, and of course one of those is growing into puberty and adulthood, and then of course you want to take a woman to yourself. So how has it been in your pursuit of, in quote, getting a girl? Have you had girlfriends? If you have had, how many?
Have had girlfriends, but presently I don't now because of the fact that I am pursuing something.
Okay.
Okay, I needed to get it first before picking a girlfriend.
Okay.
Because one thing, according to my dad, but that would tell me very well, it's if you want to get to go, you have to set it right. And the Bible made me to understand something. It said, as far your eyes can see, you will get there. My dad makes me understand something. He said, he will tell me, Emmanuel, there are two things that will kill a man: money and woman. And she said, when he told me money, He said, when you look for money in a wrong way, to kill you, and when you look for a woman in a wrong way, to also kill you. So it's better you pursue what you need to pursue. When you get these things, woman will surely come.
I think you're a man of deep wisdom, and it's so amazing to me. All right, so you said something that I'm holding on to, and it's as far as your eyes can see. So if I can peep through your glasses now and see what you're saying, can you paint a picture of your future for me, the way you see the future for yourself?
I see myself glorious, singing, pulling crowds, God helping me to motivate people, because there are so many persons out there who see themselves as nothing. So I see myself as a medium, as a message to people, like if I can succeed, they can. Also.
Thank you so much, Emmanuel. Yes, we'll go on this short break, and the program is still Breaking Barriers. Don't go away.
By continuing to push forward, by continuing to run toward my dream. Don't stop running toward your dream.
Have you ever had your back against the wall with harsh winds of life blowing against you? And did you think all hope was lost? Breaking barriers, inspiring stories of incredible breakthrough.
I had told myself that I would never let the past destroy my future. And that's one thing I had in mind, that no matter what it costs, I will get where I want to go.
From hopelessness to fulfillment, from the valley to the mountaintop, from grass to grace, where there is a will, there is a way.
I believe in positive brainwash. When you get used to think positive thoughts, it becomes your default state of mind. This is why I love to hear about success stories. It motivates me and gives me hope. If others did it, I can do it too.
Breaking barriers.
To Breaking Barriers, and of course this is NTA Lagos Channel 10, the station for excellence. Now I have been talking to Emmanuel, and he's got quite a fascinating story to tell. Now this is a 24-year-old man who was born lame, and of course, we've used the term congenital a number of times on this program, where we've interviewed people who are blind congenitally, and it's amazing to know that you're given this life only for you to grow into it and to find out that, well, it is what it is. You're just different from the rest of the people. Now, this young man isn't just a graduate of political science, he's also a very talented young man. So I'd like for us to explore his talent and know what he does apart from being an academic. I'm thinking you may want to pursue your education beyond just first degree.
Yes.
You do want to?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So to what level would you like to?
If he gets to professor,
wow.
I'll try my best to get it.
That's amazing. Now, so you sing,
yes,
Emmanuel?
I do.
I'd like for us to start by saying, can you sing for me?
What kind of song do
if you were a girl, I would say, baby, sing for me. So can you sing for me? I know you do gospel, you do gospel music.
Yeah.
And then it would be nice, because a lot of people find gospel music quite motivating, inspiring, and a lot of that. So if I were in a very down moment right now, what song would you sing to uplift me?
It depends on the kind of mood you find yourself into.
Financially, struggling financially, for example.
Financially.
Yes.
Okay, I can take this song by Travis Green. And you move mountains, you cause wars to fall with your powers. You perform miracles, and there is nothing that is impossible. And I'm standing here only because you made up.
Well, is it okay for me to say I'm in love with his voice? Because I am. And absolutely, that was amazing.
Thank you.
How long have you been doing music?
Okay, at first, music was just a normal thing for me. In the sense, like, I saw music as, okay, you just go to church, sing, dance, that's all. But as time goes on, in my SS3, my YX section, I had terrible times in my YX section. So I decided to take music as part of my lifestyle. Started singing, pushing more harder. Eventually, when I gained admission, I told myself, this is the only way I can be meaningful when it comes to God aspect. So I took it up as a challenge to become more meaningful in that very aspect, which is singing. Although there are very challenges, seeing your peers going forward with music, and you are still at that very point. We get to what I'm trying to say, like
where you
as a
began.
crew,
Like where you
really
began.
You are still there.
What do you think is responsible for not being able to push beyond the point where you started?
It was just the mindset.
Okay.
When you have a wrong mindset, the truth of the matter is, when you have a wrong mindset and the kind of people you keep around you, you know, if you have this low-centered mind people and these people that they feel they can't go far and they want to drag you the same level you are, they will definitely pull you down. Except you find yourself among a friend of friends that they are pushing forward and you too want to go forward. So when they see you going backward, they want to bring you forward because they don't want to see you at their back because you are their friend also.
Absolutely.
So I got some friends like they want to bring me down to that very limit. But the truth of the matter, among those friends, there is a particular friend that never wanted me down at all, which was my younger brother. So most times when I give up in music, if I'm tired of music, he will tell me, guy, Alpha, you still need to get there. We still get target. No. He's a drummer also. He's my personal drummer. So he's like, Alpha, we got to get this target. This is the target. This is the goal. This is the vision. So I will tell myself, okay, don't worry. We'll go. We'll get it. That's how I keep on pushing forward.
Do you have an album out or a single, or what have you done? What have you achieved with your music?
I have a single, God Alone. I was doing my second song before NYC took me off.
Yeah, baby. I know. You've got to save your fatherland.
That is just, I just have under the rain and under the sun.
Can I call you Otondo?
Otondo.
Oh, yes. Thank you for keeping faith with me today. And we're almost there. And if you're just tuning in, this is Breaking Barriers, and you're watching NTA Lagos Channel 10, the station for excellence. My name is Emmanuel Ishiola, and my guest today has been Emmanuel. Now, I'm not trying to pronounce his surname because I don't want to murder it. But if you would teach me again, I can just give it one last shot.
EBOGHOYE.
Emmanuel EBOGHOYE has been my guest, and yes, he's physically challenged. Now, we like to use the term people living with disability, and I think this would drag me to my question for you. What do you think the government can do? Do you even see the government in a position to alleviate the problems of people living with disability at all?
That's a huge one. Okay, the thing is, really, I see the government as a big means to help the physically challenged. I call them a means to an end, in the sense that they can help us if they want to help us. You get it? If they choose and put it on their mind that they need to help us. So I'll ask the government to at least create a society for just basically physically challenged, because there are so many NGOs that are being created for physically challenged, and these NGOs are not being recognized.
Lastly, Emmanuel, I'd like to ask for you to give an advice for somebody who's maybe not born this way, but life is made this way by virtue of certain accidents or incidences. And as you have said, you've had to come to a point where you almost committed suicide. Life can be that intense. So what word do you have for somebody who's struggling with something, one thing or the other, at this point?
Truth of the matter is, disability is in the mind. If your mind is disabled, you are disabled. You can see a full-grown man begging on the streets. It's not that he's not able, he's disabled. Usually the mind works in a very funny corner. It is said, it comes like this: what you see, what you hear, it pictures your mind. And what you smell, even what you smell sometimes, it sometimes affects the disability of your mind. And when you tend to follow every of your idea or your success story in a negative form, as in you limit yourself due to the fact that you can't get to this particular range, then you find yourself disabled. Get it? It's not being physically challenged, or you don't have a leg, or you're blind, or you're not seeing that you're physically disabled. No. Disability is the mind. If you're disabled here, you're disabled in your body.
So your word, in essence, is that people should ensure that they keep their
minds positive
at all times.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. And I think that's the bit that we'll be taking on the program today. It's been breaking barriers on your darling NTA Lagos Channel 10, the station for excellence. And yes, my name is Emmanuel Ishiola. But before we make it a wrap, I'd like for him to sing that particular track he did. You know, he has a single out, isn't it? So let's have him do his single, and then we'll make a wrap on that one.
Okay. No, the song is God Alone, God Alone. Your mercy never fail, your love never fail. Oh, and though man has failed, you are God alone. Saying your mercy never fail, your love never fail. Oh, saying though man has failed, you are God alone. You are God. You are God. You are God. Oh, you are God alone. Saying you are God. You are God. You are God. Oh, you are God alone. That just is it. That's
Breaking barriers.
By continuing to push forward, by continuing to run toward my dream. Don't stop running toward your dream.